From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Thursday morning and happy second day of 2025. We're tracking some very light snow showers this morning in the Blue Mountains, also up in the Cascades. A little bit later this morning, some of that could be possible in the valleys. Right now, we're seeing some pretty thick fog in the Blue foothills, also for portions of the valleys and especially up in the Cascades. So in those areas, you would want to take it slow. And of course, you would want to use the low beams. But in the Tri-Cities, visibility looking pretty good for now. We'll see if that holds up throughout the rest of this morning. Right now, temperatures are in the mid-30s in the lower Columbia Basin. The same thing for the Blue foothills, closer to freezing in the valleys. So if you did have to break out the ice scraper this morning, it would probably either be in the Kittitas Valley or the upper Yakima Valley. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. A small chance for valley snow again for today and tonight. Much wetter as we head into Friday, but overall trending drier into this weekend and much drier for next week. So I'll break down all the aspects of this forecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, the Yakima Police Department is investigating two separate stabbing assaults. One of them, they need your help to track down the suspect. After a year and a half, the bridge between Sunnyside and Mabton is finally open. What it took to complete the project.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald. The Yakima Police Department is investigating two unrelated stabbings that occurred New Year's Eve night. Police say a 911 call came out just before 5 p.m. about a stabbing in the 900 block of North 1st Street outside a gas station. Officers found an injured man who was transported to a local hospital with non-life-threatening stab wound. Police say they don't have a suspect yet, but ask anyone with information to contact the Yakima Police Department or make an anonymous tip to Yakima County Crime Stoppers. Another 911 call just after midnight on New Year's Day, calling police to a fight that escalated into a stabbing in the 900 block of South 40th Avenue. Police say the victim's wounds were non-life-threatening. He was taken to the hospital, and the suspect was booked into the Yakima County Jail on suspicion of first-degree assault. The new year is a time for celebration, but also a busy night for law enforcement. According to the Washington State Patrol, DUI numbers in the Tri-Cities are down from last New Year's, so seeing only 2 cases compared to 2024. There were 5 DUI arrests in Yakima. Last year, there were 4. The Kennewick Police Department make a quick arrest after they say a person involved in a crash Wednesday took off from the scene. It happened just before 1 p.m. near Highway 395 and Elm Street. When officers got to the scene, witnesses told them one of the drivers ran. With the help of a drone, the officers were able to find the suspected driver within 15 minutes and arrest him. We have new information on a house fire that happened in Pasco yesterday afternoon. The call for help came in just after 2 o'clock. Witnesses say there was heavy smoke coming from the back of the home on the 1800 block of West Brown Street. Firefighters got to the scene within a few minutes and had the fire out by 2:20 p.m. At least one person was treated for smoke inhalation at the scene. Pasco Fire Deputy Chief Tim Harkins says it appears the fire started in the kitchen and may have been caused by cooking. The American Red Cross is stepping in to help the family with temporary housing. Pasco PD, Franklin County Fire District 3, and Franklin PUD also assisted at the fire. The Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office is talking to people about deportations and immigration status. The Sheriff's Office says they want residents to know that no one should fear calling 911 for help due to their immigration status. According to the sheriff, the role of the deputies is to serve and protect everyone, so they will always seek to provide that protection fairly and without regard to immigration status. Washington state law does not permit the housing of individuals in local jails solely for federal administrative matters, such as immigration status. road project has had Sunnyside and Mabton residents taking a 10-mile-long detour between the two cities for the past year and a half. But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us the bridges connecting the two cities are finally back open.
The Washington State Department of Transportation closed down the bridges back in June of 2023 as part of an $11 million project to repair and replace them.
We're talking about decades and decades old bridges. So one was the bridge over the slough. It's called the Slough Bridge, and the other one was a bridge over the Yakima River, both on State Route 241.
The deteriorating bridges had weight restrictions, preventing oversized vehicles from crossing and impacting commerce.
People transporting goods or items would have to take different pathways as well.
WSDOT looking at infrastructure projects across the state, this one at the top of the list.
We want to not only make this safer, that's a priority, but also make it much more efficient, much better in the long run. And because this serves as a great throughway between several Lower Valley communities, it just seemed like a higher priority.
Now the Yakima River Bridge retrofitted and repaired, the Slough Bridge replaced. And after a year and a half of taking a 10-mile detour, travelers have a clear path between Sunnyside and Mabton once again. And it's open to larger vehicles.
For some, that just means it is a livelihood thing, being able to make money, to work a job, to be able to get from here to there. And it's just at the end of the list too, it's a little bit more efficient and timely for people so they can go about on their commutes.
Crews plan to finish up minor work like installing guardrails and painting late this spring or early summer, but no more detours are planned. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Hospital. Levi Skirbeck was welcomed into the world at 8:06 a.m. yesterday, weighing 7 pounds, 11 ounces, and is 20.5 inches. Mitch and Lindsay are the proud parents. The family lives in Richland, and this is the parents' first baby. The mom and dad said they are excited and very happy, but a bit surprised that this is the first baby so late in the morning. They went on to say it seems like they are usually born at that 12:01 a.m. mark. The family received a gift donated by the Catholic Auxiliary Gift Shop. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the latest on what's being called a terror attack on the streets of New Orleans. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
After a long day, there's nothing like coming home to what matters most.
I think your mom was home.
With 3 generations under one roof, our home is a place where traditions are passed down. It's the simple moments that hold us together, reminding us that the best parts of life are shared, where every moment becomes a memory. With the help of Hapo Mortgage, we're home.
You deserve a good night's sleep, especially during the holidays. Gift yourself a better night's sleep with a new premium mattress. Right now, save big on premium mattresses, including Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. For a limited time, you'll get our very best offer: 72 months, interest-free financing, 72 equal monthly payments, absolutely no interest and no money down. Plus, we'll provide free white glove delivery and removal of your old mattress. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more for less.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Do frozen screens make your heart melt? Do buffering wheels give you butterflies? Didn't think so. You should meet Ziply Fiber. It's faster, it's friendlier, it's fiber. Ziply is fiber optic internet. That means no lag and no buffering. Gotta love it. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
Find your next way to escape. Go where the adventure awaits you, in the heart of Washington State. Kittitas County is a land of 1,000 journeys. No matter what your heart desires, you can find it waiting for you in the outdoors of Central Washington. See all that you can see, and more will be just around the corner. Whether you're in Central Washington for one of our area's many local events, an historical expedition, a shopping spree, to enjoy a weekend of wine tasting, or just for a night's rest on your way to another destination, there are great Central Washington stays standing by to welcome you. And if a great brew is one of those things that's calling, Kittitas County is the place to be. Award-winning breweries with local flavors for every palate and a story behind every pour. Adventure awaits you all year long. To begin your experience, visit centralwashingtonoutdoor.com. Adventures, activities, dining, lodging, and more. It's all just around the corner in Central Washington.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and show you some of our pass conditions out there this morning. We're going to start up in the Cascades, US 97 at Blewett Pass. There's packed snow. Traction tires are advised, and it'll slide on down to US Highway 12 at White Pass. It's a little slushy here in this little stretch of Yakima County. Traction tires also advised. Now slide on over to the Blue Mountains. I-84 at Cabbage Hill, spots of ice. You do have to carry chains. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, there's packed snow. Can't see much from the ODOT camera, but we're going to take their word for it that there's packed snow. And they're saying that chains are required if you're towing from milepost 10 to milepost 39. Let's take it down to lower elevations where for today it is going to be cold, it is going to be gray, and we'll have rain chances picking up into the afternoon. Now for this morning, could have some light snow in the valleys. I think in the Yakima Valley that should stop by around lunchtime, but in the Kittitas Valley, snow levels are going to be low enough to have the chance for snow all throughout the day. Okay, so for today, it's going to be seasonal, it's going to be cold, it's going to be gray. And again, precip chances picking up into this afternoon. We'll reach a little bit of a lull into the late evening, but rain and snow chances are going to ramp back up into the overnight hours and especially into Friday. So I'll time that out. And also I'll show you how much rain and snow we're anticipating for the next 48 hours. And all that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
The FBI is investigating an attack in New Orleans that left at least 15 people dead and dozens injured on New Year's Day. The agency has a briefing with members of Congress this morning, according to an aide. Amy Kiley reports on security concerns.
Making sure that the citizens and visitors that come to New Orleans are safe is paramount.
The security of future events in New Orleans is in question after a deadly attack there yesterday. More than a dozen people are dead after a suspect in a truck plowed into pedestrians on Bourbon Street.
It is difficult for people to figure out if they have to worry that there is a lingering threat out there that is not being addressed adequately.
The Super Bowl is scheduled to take place in New Orleans next month. Mardi Gras is in March. The Sugar Bowl is a more immediate concern because it's set for this afternoon.
We are looking at security measures that are needed to make sure that anyone going to the Sugar Bowl is going to be safe and that it'll be a safe event.
City officials say barriers called bollards were removed from Bourbon Street before yesterday's attack because they were malfunctioning.
That's politician speak for we didn't get it done in time.
Police say they were using patrol cars as blockades instead.
A suspect apparently went around the vehicle and jumped the sidewalk. The next question obviously to be asked is why was the sidewalk not protected?
It was extremely frustrating for me to listen to when they said that we didn't anticipate that somebody who would be using a vehicle as a weapon against pedestrians would resort to driving on a sidewalk.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
The FBI says the suspect in the attack is dead. It says it's investigating whether anyone else was involved. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, your full forecast. We'll be right back.
Step into the Prosser House, where great food meets comfortable atmosphere. We invite you to relax in our cozy space. From classic dishes to chef-inspired creations, and now we're raising the bar, literally. With our newly renovated bar, we're serving up crafted cocktails, your favorite local brews, and award-winning wines. Plus, we're proud to announce that the Prosser House is your restaurant showdown champion. Special night out or just a break from cooking, experience the award-winning difference at the Prosser House.
Save now with stock reduction savings with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, including Dello 15W40 diesel oil for just $12.99. New Year's store-wide savings are happening now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book.
The holidays.
So happy together.
And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag and use your red tag bonus cash to get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your community Chevy dealers.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire today. Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection, tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish, or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match. And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on. Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
It's Operation Best Friend every Wednesday morning as we feature lovable pets from area shelters, all wanting forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Apple Valley News Now, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and Cross Country Mortgage.
Once a year, celebrities gather at Hollywood's most prestigious event.
Not what you were expecting?
This is Celebrity Jeopardy!
You made that up. This January, stars compete to win $1 million for charity.
It's a date.
I'm here to dominate. Who will be the next Celebrity Jeopardy champion? Are you feeling confident?
Ready. I'm here.
Celebrity Jeopardy season premiere Wednesday, January 8th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and jump into today's forecast. It'll be a mostly dry start for lower elevations in the Blues, but rain and snow chances will go way up this afternoon. Snow levels will be lower for the Cascades as opposed to the Blues, so some of that cold air could spill into the valleys. In essence, there will be a chance for more light snow in the valleys, for the Kittitas Valley in particular. Then for tonight, the action will start to wind down a bit by the late evening, but will ramp back up into the overnight hours. Snow levels will start to come back up, so we'll likely see a transition back to rain in the Kittitas Valley by the early morning hours of Friday. Then for Friday, rain and snow will be likely all throughout the day. Once again, snow levels will be much lower in the Cascades as opposed to the Blues. However, snow levels will start to come up even for the Cascades. So Snoqualmie Pass will likely see a transition of freezing rain around midday. Then for Friday night, we'll trend much drier for Friday night. Snow levels will start to come back down. So another bout of freezing rain is possible during the overnight hours for the Kittitas and Upper Yakima valleys. Light snow could return to I-84 and I-90. Here's some of the snowfall totals we're thinking for the next 48 hours. This is subject to change, but probably 3 to 6 inches for our Cascade passes, less than an inch for Yakima and Ellensburg, probably less than an inch for all of our Blue Mountain passes as well. In terms of liquid water for the next 48 hours, this is going to be a pretty wet stretch of weather, 1/4 to 1/2 an inch of water for the valleys and basin, 1/2 to 3/4 for the foothills and Cascades, 3/4 to an inch for the Blues. Then into Saturday, we could have additional snowfall, probably less than 2 inches for I-90 and I-84, probably a little bit more for Oregon 204, US 2, US 12, and US 97. In terms of liquid water for Saturday, it's going to be a pretty dry day for the valleys and basin, 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of water for the foothills, 1/4 to to a half for the Blues and 3/4 to an inch up in the Cascades. Then we have a pretty weak storm system, admittedly, in a Sunday and Monday. Snow levels will be a little bit lower, but I think the cold air and the moisture are going to have a hard time syncing up, and there's not going to be that much moisture to work with anyway, as we'll have less than 1/10 of an inch of water for the valleys, basin, and foothills, 1/10 to a 1/4 for the Blues, 1/4 to a half for the Cascades. Overall, we trend drier into next week. Also, high temperatures are going to stay pretty seasonal, a little bit warmer into the weekend, but colder and, again, more seasonal stuff for next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small rain chances Saturday and Sunday, looking dry to start next week. Then in Yakima, little shower chances this weekend, then a cold and dry stretch from Monday through Wednesday at least. In Ellensburg, few rain showers left over for Saturday and Sunday, then cold and dry to start next week. In Hermiston, small rain chances this weekend, then calm and cold for Monday through Wednesday. Then in Walla Walla, 50-50 rain chances for the weekend, but not a washout by any stretch, and then turning drier for the second week of 2025.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're taking a look at some of your entertainment headlines this morning, including Harrison Ford's transformation in the newest Captain America, and yes, Mariah Carey on top of the charts. That and more when we come back.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Dear 2031, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 4.99% APR for up to 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota certified used models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Save now with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. All Romeos are now $15 off. Save $40 on Danner Radical hiking boots. And get $5 off Purina Pro Plan dog food. Plus, Cascade is proud to recognize all active military and veterans with a discount every day. This New Year, save more at Cascade Farm and Outdoor. Northwest. Homegrown. Honest values.
I'm Richard Karn, and I love my hose. It ain't those old hoses. This is my hose. The new Pocket Hose Copper Bullet, now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean and lead-free. Just turn on the water and watch your hose grow and grow. And when you turn off the water, away it goes. Our new inner tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside. Then it's wrapped in a new polymer filament jacket, 3 times stronger than the other hoses. But my favorite part of our new hose build? The oversized, easy-to-grip fittings. Get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copper Bullet today for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our copper spray nozzle with our exclusive thumb drive free. This is an exclusive release of our newest Pocket Hose. Order now.
Call 1-800-960-2081. That's 1-800-960-2081. Or visit copperbullet.hose.com. Order now.
Seattle Kraken, Vancouver Canucks, tonight at 6:30 on MeTV.
Harrison Ford gets a new look in the latest Captain America film.
And this isn't a shocker, but Mariah Carey is back on top of the charts again.
All right, Rick Damigella tells us why in the Hollywood Minute.
Your inner circle's been compromised.
Captain America is back. This is your latest look at Captain America Brave New World, which sees Anthony Mackie's Marvel hero taking to the skies, as well as Harrison Ford transforming into the Red Hulk. The sequel arrives in theaters February 14th. Mariah gets her Christmas wish. The singer's holiday anthem, All I Want for Christmas Is You, tops the Billboard Hot 100 chart for the 18th total week. The 1994 track is now only 2 weeks away from the longest nomination in the chart's history.
that was a turning point in my life, complete.
Stephen Fry receives a huge British honor. The actor is set to be knighted by King Charles III. Fry made the monarch's list of new members of the UK's Orders of Chivalry. Carey Mulligan was also named as a commander of the British Empire for her contributions to drama. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
All right, it's officially January 2nd.
Yes.
Do you think it's too late to be playing Christmas music?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I think December 26th to like December 31st, it's kind of like a gray area, you know, take it or leave it, but let's go back to playing other songs.
It's the long-standing debate of when do you start and when do you end the Christmas music.
I think once the calendar flips, your playlist should flip over as well.
There you go. Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, we've got an important follow-up to a story we brought you last week on a new Washington law that concerns diesel engines. Plus, what schools in Oregon must do as new law is put into effect in 2025. We'll be right back with the next half hour right after this.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Here at the clinic, we stay up to date on the latest research and we offer cutting-edge therapies. We treat a number of different conditions, specifically Parkinson's disease, stroke recovery, traumatic brain injury, fibromyalgia, diabetes. We also treat folks dealing with cognitive decline due to aging.
We all have dreams and ideas about how life is going to be, and then life happens, and it's not necessarily what we pictured. So how do we deal with that? I've lived with multiple sclerosis for years. It's realizing that it's all one system. How do you reset your goals so that you can live a happy, healthy life even with chronic illness? And I can attest, yes, you can. My life is incredibly happy.
We first start by improving oxygen utilization in the cells because healthy cells are well oxygenated. We then work towards improving areas of the brain that are inefficient, and for this we use a number of different modalities. We offer oxygen contrast therapy, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, transcranial photobiomodulation, and our latest addition, brain high-intensity interval training.
We also build a schedule for the patient that makes it easy to adapt their game plan to their lives and the therapies they do inside the clinic. To get started, call 509-783-5465 and schedule an appointment with a client advocate today.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Legends Casino Hotel knows you can't get too high or too low in January, otherwise known as high amounts of snow and low temps. We've got the perfect way to warm up your winter. Winterfest high-low drawings. Every Friday, we're giving away over $39,000 in guaranteed cash. Just fire up your Legends Rewards card when playing to earn entries. We'll pick 2 winners from 6 to 9 p.m. And if you guess the most high-low cards, you could stuff up to 10 grand in your parka, overcoat, or onesie. Whatever, just get in here and win.
Are you tired of seeing money all around the house? Then start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. And if we can't repair your covered item, we'll replace it.
I've saved thousands, and that makes me happy.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again.
Call 1-800-964-2842. That's 1-800-964-2842.
Have a great Hanukkah from all of us at Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, so it's Thursday, I think. We're in that still like weird zone of who knows what's going on, but we're getting back on track.
Thursday-ish.
Yes.
End of the week-ish.
Happy first Thursday of 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still getting used to saying that, 2025.
Yes.
Yep.
So what do you have for us for the 3-degree guarantee?
So the last time we were at this was on the last day of 2024. I went with the forecast high of 40 degrees in Pasco, and it verified at 38 degrees, which is within that 3-degree threshold. That means that the jackpot rose up to $200. So that's what's at stake for today. I'm going with a forecast high of 40 in Pasco once again. So if the actual high falls within 37 to 43 degrees, that means that the jackpot's going to go up to $225. But if my forecast goes bust, which sometimes does happen, that means that the jackpot could be yours. To find out how to win the pot, go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on contest, or you could scan the QR code that is on your screen. All right, on to the radar for this morning. We do have some light showers, mostly in the Blue Mountains and also up in the Cascades. We are expecting the wet weather to ramp up as we head into the afternoon and then especially into Friday. Right now, visibility is pretty bad in the foothills, just 1 mile of visibility for Walla Walla and Pendleton. It's starting to look not too good for Hermiston and Sunnyside as well. And there's also some patchy fog within the valleys, pretty big fog for Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass. But look at this, Tri-City is kind of sitting in a little bubble right here as the visibility for now is pretty good in the metro area. Okay, on to temperatures as we're right around freezing in the Kittitas and Yakima Valley, so this is maybe where you would have to break out the ice scraper for this morning. Just a little too warm for that in the lower Columbia Basin with temperatures in the mid-30s, and we're pretty close to that freezing threshold in Walla Walla, just 1 degree above that. But all of us certainly need to bundle up this morning as you're headed out the front door. Here's your umbrella cast for today for the Tri-Cities. Rain chances picking up after lunchtime, so it would be a good bet to carry the umbrella or the rain jacket. For today, seasonal, gray, cold. I'll take you on the zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
A new law in Washington set to go into effect, bringing the trucking and RV industry into a new era. According to the Department of Ecology, starting on January 1st, the Advanced Clean Truck or ACT regulations will require between 7 and 11% of new medium and heavy-duty trucks, dependent upon weight and class, to meet the zero emissions standard. This comes after Washington voted in 2020 to follow emissions regulations modeled after California. The Deputy Communications Director for the Washington State Department of Ecology says this law will not prohibit the sales of gas or diesel-powered vehicles.
If you are a driver, if you own a trucking company, if you are a farmer, you can continue to buy whatever vehicle you want, whatever vehicle meets your needs the best. This only applies to manufacturers. And so it's not, for instance, an RV manufacturer, it's the people that are making the chassis and the engine.
Winecki says the sales of these vehicles are tracked at the end of the year. If a manufacturer didn't sell enough qualifying vehicles, they have 2 more years to make up the deficit. We're taking a look at 3 new laws now in effect across Washington and Oregon. We'll start in the Evergreen State. Drivers for companies like Uber and Lyft will earn a guaranteed wage based on time and mileage in 2025. Food delivery drivers are not covered by the law, only drivers transporting passengers. The penalties for negligent drivers who cause death or serious harm to pedestrians, cyclists, or other vulnerable people has now increased. First-degree negligent driving now comes with 364 days in jail, a $5,000 fine, and a 90-day suspension on the driver's license. Second-degree negligent driving now includes a $5,000 fine, 90-day driver's license suspension, up to 100 hours of community service, and traffic school. In Washington, an existing law required license plates to be unaltered and visible. A violation would have only resulted in a written warning and information about how to fix the issue. But now in 2025, violations will carry a citation and penalty. Now to Oregon. School boards around the state will be required to post video or audio recordings of their regular meetings on the web within a week of the meeting. The bill aims to offer parents insight into how important decisions around public education are carried out. School districts with fewer than 50 students don't have to comply with the new requirements. There are now new penalties for animal torture. There are now criminal penalties for people who create, distribute, or access footage of animals being killed or tortured. It is a misdemeanor. The Humane Society of the United States called Oregon's bill an additional tool for law enforcement to tackle these cases that might otherwise evade prosecution. Oregon is now the 4th state to enact a right to repair law. The law requires companies that make cell phones and other consumer electronics to offer tools to repair those devices. Proponents say the policy will allow independent shops and owners to fix phones and will cut down on waste. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, bring in the new year and make your resolution to adopt, not shop. Is our newest Operation Best Friend yours? And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth is back with your First Alert forecast. Stay with us.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Happy 2025. Make it a good year. If you've been injured and went through the holidays and didn't get a fair settlement, give us a call. We'll tell you what to bring in, and it's a free consultation.
If you've been injured in an accident, find out what your rights are.
The gifts have been opened. The champagne has been uncorked. It's time to treat yourself. Visit More Furniture this Thursday and Friday for 48 special hours. You'll find plush sofas, comfy recliners, elegant dining sets, the bedroom furniture of your dreams, and coordinating accent pieces, all priced to move. Right now, get our very best offer. Pay no interest until 2026. Free white glove delivery, and we'll pay the sales tax. All More Furniture locations are open this Thursday and Friday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Save now with Cascade Farm and Outdoors latest mailer. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. All Romeos are now $15 off. Save $40 on Danner Radical hiking boots. And get $5 off Purina Pro Plan dog food. Plus, Cascade is proud to recognize all active military and veterans with a discount every day. This new year, save more at Cascade Farm and Outdoor. Northwest. Homegrown. Honest values.
Hanging lights is really hard work and takes too much time. Introducing the Star Shower Ultra 9 Laser Light Show. Now with an incredible 9 different decorative light patterns for you to choose from that immerse your entire home with thousands of spectacular lights. You can select red and green lights that move like shooting stars, or instead have your lights blinking, or choose twinkling stillness. Star Shower has an automatic light sensor that will turn it on at night and off in the morning. Plus, it's weather resistant and can withstand freezing temperatures. Call or go online now to order Star Shower Ultra 9 for just $29.99 and ask about how to get the Star Shower remote. All it takes is the press of a button to change all 9 functions. Star Shower sells out every single year, so this year there's a strict limit of 3 per order. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now.
Call 1-800-617-3097 or visit ultra9.com. So call 1-800-617-3097 or visit ultra9.com now.
Hello, I'm Alan Brecky from Alan Brecky Law Offices. For over 30 years, we've been protecting public safety in the Tri-Cities and surrounding communities. Some of our cases over the years have contributed to safer roads, safer public events, and a safer environment for our children.
Kathy Kilgore, an Apple Valley News Now viewer in Kennewick.
Weather. Stacy and I go back a long time.
Here comes that system.
She's very concise.
It'll start to arrive late Friday night.
You know that she's researched what she's saying.
Snow levels are dropping down to 500 feet.
Telling us exactly what's going on, what to expect.
Very stormy night, as you can see.
We always like hearing from viewers, so if you watch Apple Valley News Now, please let us know. Apple Valley News Now, on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here's your ski report brought to you by Schweitzer Village, and we're going to start off at Schweitzer. Look at the base depth. This was down into the 40-inch range just like a week or so ago. Now it's pretty close to 70 inches. Now we'll take it down to Ski Bluewood, where this base depth was down to around 15 inches. It's now all the way up to 40 inches, 3 inches of snow over the past 24 hours. And then for White Pass, very similar to what we're seeing up towards Schweitzer, the base depth, a very nice 69 inches. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast for lower elevations. Well, first, the higher elevations of Kittitas County, 32 degrees, so we'll stay probably below freezing for Snoqualmie Pass all throughout the day. There's going to be a chance for snow showers throughout the day. There's going to be a smaller chance for snow showers in Ellensburg, but again, we will have that throughout the day as snow levels will be low enough for that. Then in the Yakima Valley, tracking the same thing, but probably a little bit more of a wintry mix. And across the map, we're going to see chances for wet weather going up into this afternoon. It's probably just going to be a cold rain for the lower valley. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, near 40 degrees. For today, probably right around 40 for the Tri-Cities and for Boardman. And then for the Blue Foothills, the snow levels here much higher as opposed to the Cascades. So it's mostly going to be a cold rain. These highs also right around 40 degrees.
All right, so Operation Best Friend is our way of helping connecting local pets who need a forever home.
This week, we're introducing you to Danos, not that one. Take a look.
My name is Hannah and I'm with the Benton Franklin Humane Society, and today with me I have brought Thanos. Thanos is about 5 years old, he's a Siberian Husky, and he has been at our shelter for about 242 days. Thanos was surrendered with his brother Drax, and they were surrendered because they were not getting along well, which is something that does happen. It's called littermate syndrome. However, that does not mean that they don't get along with other dogs. It just means that there was some sibling discourse and they are not happy with one another, but he's still a very sweet boy and he still loves to hang out with you and run around and he's still just very lovable. He has a calm demeanor for a Husky, but he is still a Husky and he loves to run around. He loves to play fetch. When the weather is nice and sunny, he loves to play in the pool outside and shake off all the water. He loves to swim and he loves to cuddle. My favorite thing about Thanos is when I greet him at the kennel door, he likes to give me a little spin to show me how excited he is to see me, and he's excited to have visitors. I think Thanos would love to be with somebody who loves to go on hikes, long runs, who's active but still at the end of the day loves to sit down and watch a movie or relax. Whenever we're in the play yards together, he loves to get his zoomies out and run around and play fetch, and then once he's all done, he loves to sit on the bench right next to you and get all the loves and get all the booty scratches, and he loves it when you scratch on his ears too. If you're interested in Thanos, you can always send us an email or you can come into the shelter. We are open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 to 4.
Thanos is a pretty puppy.
Yeah, Huskies just very magical, and he was certainly no exception.
Certainly. All right, well, up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh has got the full forecast and your morning sprint is up next. We'll be right back.
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D-Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D-Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
Umatilla County Fire District No. 1, Eastern Oregon's largest emergency services provider, is hiring paramedics and firefighter EMTs to join our highly trained team of first responders. Excellent pay and benefits with great opportunities for advancement. Apply now at ucfd1.org.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick, now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
Alice's birthday is coming up. We're in this comfy room in Triple Play Hotel so we can make plans without her hearing.
So we need a huge cake, a giant salad, and a good-sized mariachi band.
Hold on a second. Does it seem a little dark in here for 2 p.m.?
Sorry, guys. Where I'm from, they didn't do birthdays. It's very exciting.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Find your next way to escape. Go where the adventure awaits you, in the heart of Washington State. Kittitas County is a land of 1,000 journeys. No matter what your heart desires, you can find it waiting for you in the outdoors of Central Washington. See all that you can see, and more will be just around the corner. Whether you're in Central Washington for one of our area's many local events, an historical expedition, a shopping spree, to enjoy a weekend of wine tasting, or just for a night's rest on your way to another destination, there are great Central Washington stays standing by to welcome you. And if a great brew is one of those things that's calling, Kittitas County is the place to be. Award-winning breweries with local flavors for every palate and a story behind every pour. Adventure awaits you all year long. To begin your experience, visit centralwashingtonoutdoor.com. Adventures, activities, dining, lodging, and more. It's all just around the corner in Central Washington.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through today's forecast. It'll be a mostly dry start for lower elevations in the Blues, but rain and snow chances will go way up this afternoon. Snow levels will be lower for the Cascades as opposed to the Blues, so some of that cold air could spill into the valleys. In essence, there will be a chance for more light snow in the valleys, for the Kittitas Valley in particular. Then for tonight, the action will start to wind down a bit by the late evening, but will ramp back up into the overnight hours. Snow levels will start to come back up, so we'll likely see a transition back to rain in the Kittitas Valley by the wee hours of the morning of Friday. Then into Friday, during the day, rain and snow will be likely all throughout the day. Once again, snow levels will be much lower in the Cascades as opposed to the Blues. However, snow levels start to come up even for the Cascades, so Snoqualmie Pass will likely see a transition of freezing rain around midday. And then for tomorrow night, we'll trend much drier for Friday night. Snow levels will start to come back down, so another bout of freezing rain is possible during the overnight hours for the Kittitas and Upper Yakima valleys. Light snow could return to I-84 and I-90. So here are some of the snowfall totals we're thinking for the next 48 hours. Of course, this is subject to change, but anywhere between 3 to 6 inches of snow for Cascade Passes, probably less than an inch for Ellensburg and Yakima, also less than an inch for Blue Mountain Passes. In terms of liquid water for the next 48 hours, it's going to be a pretty wet storm system, as we'll have anywhere between 1/4 to 1/2 an inch of water for the valleys and basin, 1/2 to 3/4 for the foothills and Cascades, and then 3/4 of an inch to an inch for the Blue Mountains proper. And then into Saturday, we could have additional snowfall, not that much more though, as snow levels and as the cold air and the moisture are going to be a little bit out of sync, so maybe a couple more inches for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill, probably a lot more for U.S. Highway 212 and for U.S. 97 and for Oregon 204. Into Saturday, you can see not much moisture to work with for the valleys or basin, 1/10 to 1/4 for the Blue Foothills, 1/4 to 1/2 for the Blue Mountains, anywhere between 3/4 to an inch in the Cascades. And then into Sunday and Monday, this is going to be another storm system where the cold air and the moisture really going to be out of sync, not expecting that much snow, not even expecting that much rainfall for lower elevations. Overall, we'll trend drier in the next week. Also, we'll be a little bit warmer for this weekend, but back down to more seasonal values and colder in the next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small rain chances Saturday and Sunday, looking dry to start next week. Then in Yakima, little shower chances this weekend and a cold and dry stretch from Monday through Wednesday at least. In Ellensburg, few rain showers left over for Saturday and Sunday, then cold and dry to start next week. In Hermiston, small rain chances this weekend and calm and cold for Monday through Wednesday. And then in Walla Walla, 50-50 rain chances for this weekend, but not a washout by any stretch, and then turning drier into next week. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Justin Baldoni firing back.
You just shut up for 1 second.
The director and star of It Ends With Us is joining others in filing a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times, alleging libel, fraud, and false light invasion of privacy over this article titled "We Can Bury Anyone Inside a Hollywood Smear Machine."
I thought we were friends.
The New York Times says they plan to vigorously defend the lawsuit, adding that, quote, "Our story was meticulously and responsibly reported."
While it appears to be a he said, she said scenario in court, in front of a jury, they will have the opportunity to make their arguments and convince the jury what actually happened. Who's telling the truth, who's lying, and who should be held responsible for violating each other's reputation.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on what's next in this growing legal battle. With your GMA First Look, I'm Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
Still congested?
Nope.
Uh-oh. New Mucinex 2-in-1 Saline Nasal Spray.
Spray goodbye.
New Mucinex 2-in-1 Saline Nasal Spray. With a gentle mist and innovative power jet, spray goodbye to congestion. It's comeback season.
The dentist.
That grimy film on your teeth.
Dr. G. She lays him back in the dentist chair.
It's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but Crespro Health's antibacterial fluoride protects all day.
It stops cavities before they start.
Crest.
How did I ever miss this?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta? You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making 0 migraine days possible. It's approved to prevent migraine to help give you that forget you get migraine feeling. Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Get help right away for serious allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face liver, tongue swelling, itching or rash, which may occur when taking Qulipta or days after. Common side effects include nausea, constipation, and sleepiness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save. Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
Now, the morning sprint.
The time right now is 6:50. Let's get into your morning sprint. In your national headlines this morning, the security of future events in New Orleans is in question after a deadly attack there yesterday. More than a dozen people are dead after a suspect in a truck plowed into pedestrians on Bourbon Street. The Super Bowl is scheduled to take place in New Orleans next month. Mardi Gras is in March, and the New Orleans City Council president says officials are looking into security measures. Dozens of federal and state statutes and directives are now in effect. Medicare out-of-pocket prescription costs are now capped at $2,000 a year. The minimum wage is higher in more than 20 states, including Washington, and rising to $17.75 an hour for federal contractors. In your business headlines this morning, Toyota is the latest automaker to donate $1 million to President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration. Toyota joins rivals General Motors and Ford in their $1 million contributions. Trump's proposed tariffs would hit the U.S. auto industry in general, as different parts and materials for vehicles are produced all over the world. In your health headlines, a new study suggests a single cigarette cuts about 20 minutes off your life expectancy. Researchers estimate the loss of life expectancy per cigarette at about 17 minutes for men and 22 for women. Researchers found, on average, people who smoked throughout their lives lost about 10 years of life compared with people who never smoked. In your sports headlines this morning, the Oregon Ducks faced off against the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Rose Bowl, but it wasn't the result they were hoping for. Ohio State ended up cruising to a 41-21 win. ESPN says the Buckeyes' 20-point victory margin was their largest against an AP #1 team in program history. The Sugar Bowl between the Georgia Bulldogs and Notre Dame Fighting Irish at Caesars Superdome is now scheduled for tonight. The game was postponed due to the deadly attack in New Orleans. The attack in the French Quarter happened less than a mile from the stadium. Here's the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. The Yakima Police Department is investigating 2 unrelated stabbings that occurred New Year's Eve night. Police say a 911 call came out just before 5 p.m. about a stabbing in the 900 block of North 1st Street outside a gas station. Police say they don't have a suspect yet, but ask anyone with information to contact the Yakima Police Department. School boards in Oregon will be required to post video or audio recordings of their regular meetings on the web within a week of the meeting. The bill aims to offer parents insight into how important decisions are carried out. School districts with fewer than 50 students do not have to comply with these new requirements. In Washington state, drivers for companies like Uber and Lyft will earn a guaranteed wage based on time and mileage in 2025. Food delivery drivers are not covered by the law, only drivers transporting passengers. Work begins this morning to finish the construction at the railroad crossings at Airport Way and St. Street in Richland. No one will be affected by street closures. The work is paid for from a freight rail assistance program, and the work is expected to be completed by January 17th. Kadlec welcomes the first baby born in the new year at their hospital. Levi Skerbeck was welcomed into the world at 8:06 a.m. on the 1st, weighing 7 pounds, 11 ounces, and is 20.5 inches. Mitch and Lindsay are the proud parents. The family lives in Richland, and this is the parents' first baby. All right, hidden worlds of mind-blowing natural wonders and the lengths to which photographers go to capture them. They were on display in the 2024 Nature Photographer of the Year competition.
The overall prize went to a surreal snowy scene in India, a pair of playful snow leopards. Photographer Paulo Della Rocca says he waited more than 6 hours in sub-zero temperatures to capture the moment.
It looks great. 2024's Nature Photographer of the Year competition had nearly 23,000 images from 96 countries submitted for consideration. Categories included mammals, birds, landscape, plants, and fungi, and underwater, and more.
A famous World War II submarine is finding a new lease on life as a popular overnight destination for thrill seekers.
All right, the USS Cobia is a World War II submarine considered to be the best preserved sub in all of America, but now you can book it as an Airbnb. An overnight booking at the so-called sub B&B includes 5 guests.
For a fee, you could bring a fleet of I like that, nice wordplay, of up to 65, climbing through hatches to sleep in the command center, the engine room, the torpedo room, everywhere but the captain's quarters.
Aw, that would be the best place.
I'd say so. Captain of the ship. Everyone wants to do that.
All right, the New Year's tradition for the city of Philadelphia, Wednesday morning kicked off the annual Mummers Parade.
It is considered to be America's longest running folk parade, delighting visitors for more than 120 years. The parade features dancing, colorful costumes, and music. It's a favorite event for many.
I've never actually heard of it. The parade goes back to the mid-17th century and blends elements from Swedish, Finnish, Irish, English, German, and African heritages. That looks like a lot of fun.
Kind of reminds me of Carnival, and also I grew up in the land of Mardi Gras, so it reminded me of that as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at our forecast.
Yeah, we're just seeing some light showers out there for this morning, mainly for the Blues and Cascades. Looks like some flurries or sprinkles trying to make their way into the Yakima Valley. We're tracking some pretty thick fog this morning in the Blue Foothills, parts of the basin, and parts of the valleys, and obviously some very thick fog up towards Snoqualmie Pass. Temperatures this morning down into the 30s across the board, so if you did have to break out the ice scraper, it would probably be in the Kittitas or Yakima valleys. For today, wet weather is going to start to pick up into the afternoon. It's going to be a cold day. It's going to be a gray day. Could have some valley snow, but probably less than an inch.
All right, thank you for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on these stories at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
GMA is up next, and we're back tonight at 5 o'clock. Have a great day.